We want to continue discussing the freedom under George Washington he gave us in December 1776. I want you to know, this is Lisa Lucia Arden. We have a covenant called the First Prayer of the Continental Congress of 1774. And he fought against the British, even though the British are great friends now, but he fought against the British to give us freedom for America. And today we need to do that same thing. This is a book that I wrote on America in God's power. America, save your legacy. In God's power. Country, save your legacy. We as a people need to realize the communistic and socialistic elite powers in the fast-paced life of technology moving at the line of speed of light have a direct relation to the effects it puts on the human life. Listen in the justice and peace and truth under the Constitution and God's given rights under the law of the land and even the divine nature of life and all creation, humans, animals, nature, ecosystems, and all the human developments and evolution is in the war with communistic evils of world controls. First, we must realize that communistic and socialistic global powers are vast and treacherous and do not serve the people first. These global powers serve their artificial ideologies, blinded like the cold, stagnant, diseased river standing still in every nation where the communism and socialism are rampant recipes. They are interjected into the countries of human life. Those Iranians don't want war, and we're not going to have a nuclear weapon. See, communism and socialism rampant do not empower the people. They find the people's strengths and gifts and build them up. And then, when the treacherous leaders find the gifts of the people, they use them for their purpose and enslave the people. This is what they did in China. This is what they even did to America under Biden and Kamala. They use the bodies in the life of zeal to want new life and bringing immigrants, criminal or non-criminal, to use them as a political ideology for voting systems. It's terrible. And they, the communist leaders, remove the ownership of the land, remove self-development, bring the death of the seed of life, abortion alone. That's terrible. We have the highest abortion rate, and that's one of our biggest problems. People don't talk about it, but that's our biggest sin. We are not a pagan nation. We're the third highest people that have the highest abortion level. First China, Russia, and then ourselves. Now China wants people to have children because they have a low population, but they use the children as the babies as scientific research. Do you understand? This is all relative. The way they use the seed of life is the way they're going to treat the people, the democratically communists. Do you understand? This is very serious. The communists and socialists have had a plan for years for one world government. Even under Reagan, he speaks of the evil. And now you could say the word evil and demonism. I got in trouble for saying the word demons. Of the communistic, under all circumstances, we need to keep peace and keep America free from communistic ideologies. And also from not looking at what the people need, like such as the health care. And we're going to change that, and we're going to have paradigm like Maryland. We're going to do that. But President Trump is a negotiator, a businessman. He needs to take it down to the bottom as what he only accepts, and then he lets loose the rein until it comes to justice. But otherwise, the people take advantage of us. And that's why I asked to view all the offices. I'm the one that asked Elon Musk to come in, Lisa Luciard, to review all the offices. But at the same time, we need to make good legalities and good systems after we did this. And President Trump did. We have many, many jobs now. Many companies have come through, even though many government officials, employees, they left even on their own will. They weren't forced. Some were forced. But there's many job openings now with other companies that he's brought in. But this is very serious. We as a people, history repeats itself from the days of Moses and the Israelites. He is the person of God, chose to lead the people out of slavery from the Pharaoh and the communists, and it is done after all the plagues. That's the same thing with Netanyahu and people that want to protect our country, that we need to be Moseses to to protect us from the slavery of communism, of world health control, world controls, and also the slavery of making bad strategies. President Trump is making an excellent strategy, and he will come back to the table for the health. He will, I believe, just like he's coming back to the table to reinstate the immigrants that have worked very hard for our country and that are not criminals. He's working on that. We will work on that and realize we are USA, birthed in the foundation of a Judeo-Christian ethics. We can't get away from that. It's not communist. We have Judeo-Christian ethics. So ethics have to be brought back in all businesses and school systems and everything. Yet a guardian of all nations. We are a guardian of all nations. America is a guardian of all nations. America is a guardian of all nations. We, America, are guardian of all nations. We need to realize that this was in the beginning, that we were chosen to be the reflection of God's love, because we are a system where we are mother of all nations. Do you know America? We have the most immigrants. They all came from all countries because they want freedom from the constraints of socialism, communism, and taking advantage of their people. That's what America's made up of. And we need to keep it that way. Do you understand? We are guardian of all nations, all peoples, to build and live in the freedom and justice and have a home, to be a people of truth and respect, empowering each other to be human and live in peace and happiness. And that's why I made that chart about the paradigms of power, what has happened. We need to come back, and that's why it says we need new international laws. And we're not, just like President Trump, we need to get it through their head and speak it out. We are not having any no nuclear war. Remember, when the settlers ran and chose their land, today the land is taken by the elite, influential communist leaders. And we asked, they try to take our land through the CCP virus, the CC vaccination, the lockdowns. These are all communistic things. Do you understand? The breaking down of our system, and we don't belong to, they don't change our dollar for the commodities, so they made BRICS. These are all things that are trying to tear down our nation. So we asked BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard to help us so the people can have homes now. Just like RFK said, 170,000 people lost their homes because of the CCP virus. And they brought all those immigrants and not thinking about the immigrants that that been there for a long time in our country, that don't have citizenship, and the dreamers. And many of those people coming from those countries, their leaders have money, they're billionaires. They take advantage of the people. We're asking BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard to work with us, Mr. Fink to work with us, so people can enter back into their homes. We need ownership, and we cannot have control. The people cannot be controlled. Their lives today are controlled by the government. We can't. These elite leaders, Iran, just like the Iranian people, do not want to have war. We need to be justice in the people first. Justice in the people first. Prior, the funds were unequally distributed, and now it is the most detrimental ever in history. And they were. All the money is made 1%. All the gross national product monies is given to 1% of the people, and then 3%. We need to make better wages and better pockets for the middle class and the others, and which President Trump is doing. He's brought jobs back. Many companies are coming back, and small businesses are coming back. And we're going to get that Keystone up again. It's a very serious thing. Since the phases, the evilest atrocities against humanity across the world have taken place. Hence, many Americans and people around the world have become victims and are controlled by the communists in power. And that is bad. We cannot have that. Even those who want to be free, they try to control Israel. They try to control the world, Hamas, through the backer of Iran. Don't you see? And try to control us. In Europe, the EU, and that's why we need to make new laws and regulations. The EU needs to buy the oil from America and no tariffs. Because we spend $985 billion around the world, America, the most spending of money of imports. But we need to be subsidized. And the Democratic leaders under Kamala and Biden tried to destroy our country, and Obama. They didn't even tell that Michelle was a transgender. That shows they don't tell the truth about the people. That was another system where I talked about another subject, which is very serious. But we need to make new laws about EU, and all these things are important. We need to be upfront with the people. We could do this. We could bring oil there on our tanks and bring them on boats, and they could transpose it to liquid oil, to gaseous oil, what they need, and no tariffs. The elite, influential communistic leaders, communistic countries, and USA politicians have become a thick disease, stagnant river with a toxic life of the evilest ever in the existence of humanity. Today, we have all we need to bring life across every nation. We do. That's what President Trump and the team and myself as a presidential advisor volunteer, we have all we need at our fingertips. That's why I asked about the tariffs. And to look and use negotiations and look at every system, every contract